Everyone has distinctive qualities. One of the things that most clearly sets us apart is our height. One of the most widely accepted standards of attractiveness is height. Height produces models, stewardesses, and self-assurance. Me, I am satisfied with my height, but there's one thing that stays in my mind.
There are large geographic variations in height. Although being tall is common in certain nations, is it also the case in the Philippines? Aliyah is curious to know what is the average height in her country, which is the Philippines, particularly her co-students from grade 11. As a result, we've chosen to concentrate on the carry-out study on the typical height of a Filipino grade 11 student. In order to precisely establish their average height, we questioned the 5 grade 11 students about their height.
To get the average height of grade 11 students, the first thing that we will need to do is gather all of the necessary data. Someone I know might be able to assist us. Now, may I ask the statistics for assistance?
Having trouble dealing with statistical problems?
Or do you want to predict the probabilities of future events?
Worry no more as we
Statistics is ready to hit the call. So, do you want to document the average height of a Filipino grade 11 student?
If so, buckle up because we're going to hunt for precious data in the land of San Luis.
We've ensured that every respondent is reliable and has the ability to provide an accurate and credible answers.
So, for our first respondent, we have Ate Girl. So, Ate Girl, ano pong name nyo?
Kim,
Ano pong grade level?
11 years.
Oh, so, saan po kayo nag-aaral?
San Luis National High School.
Sa tingin nyo po, ano yung height nyo?
5'3".
Okay po, that's all. Thank you.
So, good morning. Ano pong pangalan niyo?
Jasmine po.
Ano pong grade?
Grade 11 STEM.
O, saan po kayo nag-aaral?
San Luis National High School.
Sa tingin niyo po, ano pong height po?
5'4".
Thank you po.
Good morning po. Ano pong pangalan nyo?
Julian Tarok.
Nag-aaral po ba?
Opo.
Anong grade po?
Grade 11.
Strand?
Yes.
Saan school po nag-aaral?
Sana sa Integrated School.
Ano po sa tingin niyo yung height nyo?
5'10".
Thank you po. Good morning po. Ano pong pangalan nyo?
Rainier Galiwag.
Ano pong grade and strand?
Grade 11 po, General Academics.
Saan school po kayo nag-aaral?
Dito sa San Jose, pangalan mo na school namin is SJIS or San Jose Integrated School.
Sa tingin niyo po, ano po yung mga height niya? Yung height niya?
5'7" flat.
Okay po. Thank you po. Hello po. Ano pong pangalan niyo?
Eliza,
Anong grade level na po kayo?
11,
Strand po.
ABM,
Saang school po kayo nag-aaral? Sa tingin niyo po, ano yung height niyo?
49.
Okay. Okay po. That's all. Thank you.
I think we've finally gathered sufficient data. For our next step, let us solve for the mean, variance, and the standard deviation of the sampling distribution of the sample mean and the construction of the histogram.
I know the right person that could help Aliyah in this part. Hello? Yes? Take it away, Zara.
To find the result, first, we have to solve the probability distribution table. We have to find the input, the probability of the input, x multiplied by the probability of x, and x squared multiplied by the probability of x. And here are the results that we've gathered. First is 145 centimeter, 160 centimeter, 163 centimeter, 170 centimeter, and 178 centimeter. Next is to find the probability of these inputs. Since we only got one results for the 145 centimeter and we got a total of 5 responses, we can say that the probability is 1/5 or we can write it as 2/10. We can do this to the remaining numbers since they also have a frequency of 1. Next is to solve x multiplied by the probability of x. 145 multiplied by 2 tenths is 29. 160 multiplied by 2 tenths is 32. 163 multiplied by 2 tenths is 32.6. 170 multiplied by 2 tenths is 34, while 178 multiplied by 2 tenths is 35.6. And last, to complete the table, let's look for x squared multiplied by the probability of x. First is we have 145 squared is 21,025 multiplied by 2 tenths is 4,205. 160 squared is 25,600 multiplied by 2 tenths it is 5,120, and 163 squared is 26,569 multiplied by 2 tenths is 5,313.8. 170 squared is 28,900 multiplied by 2 tenths is 5,780. Last is 178 squared is 31,684 multiplied by 2 tenths, it is going to be 6,336.8. Now, let's find the median. To find the median, we have to add all of our inputs first, which are 145, 160, 163, 170, and 178. And those adds up to 816. And then 816 must be divided into 5 since there are 5 inputs. So 816 divided by 5 will be equal to 163.2. Thus, our median will be 163.2. To find the variance of our inputs is we have to subtract the median squared, which is 26,634.24, from the summation of x squared multiplied by the probability of x, which is 26,755.6, and that results to 121.36. Thus, our variance will be 121.36. And to find the standard deviation, we just have to find the square root of the variance, which is 121.36. So, our standard deviation is 11.02. Now we're going to construct the histogram. On the x-axis, we'll put the numbers less than 160, 160 to 170, and greater than 170. These numbers signifies the height and they are the independent variable. While on the y-axis, we'll write 0, 1, 2, and 3, which represents the frequency of the digits on the x-axis. Our inputs are 145, 160, 163, 170, and 178. And since there is only one input that is less than 160, which is 145, we're going to put 1 as the frequency of the numbers less than 160. And since we have 3 numbers ranging from 160 to 170, which are 160, 163, and 170, it'll have a frequency of 3. And last, since there is only one input that is greater than 170, it'll only have a frequency of 1. In this histogram, we can say that digits ranging from 160 to 170 are much larger. Thus, we can conclude that the median of our inputs is in between these numbers. We can also somehow see the curve which signifies the normal distribution in statistics.
At last, Aliyah now found the answer to her question. The average height of a grade 11 student is... Now, Aliyah, what is your thought about this?
I think that's completely fine. As I've said, I'm contented with my height because there's no such thing as beauty standards. Everyone is beautiful in their own way. And at the end of the day, we must learn how to love our body.
That's right. Thank you, Aliyah.